DreamStation.
Don't laugh! Welcome to DreamStation.cc Live. Tonight we will be playing Pac-Man 256 while Xander answers trivia questions. That was fun last show, so we decided to try it again. And then we're also going to be covering the Cleveland Pinball and Arcade Show and the DeathBall arcade game that we played at the show, the Mayflash F500 arcade stick that we're going to be using actually while we're playing Pac-Man 256. Just wanted to give a brief review of that and our impressions of it. We've had it for a while, but we decided to try it tonight with Pac-Man 256 just to add some more excitement to the stream here. So without further ado, let's head into the discussion a little bit about the Cleveland Pinball and Arcade Show. So we went on September 7th to the Cleveland Pinball and Arcade Show. It was held September 5th through the 8th at the Holiday Inn in Independence, Ohio. It's a suburb of Cleveland, Ohio. And so it was a 4-day event, Thursday through Sunday. We only just went for one day, but it was $20 a person per day. And then it was $65 if you want to go for all 4 days. And the $20 that you paid got you unlimited access to play all the pinball machines and arcade games that were at the event. There was about 120 or so of pinball and arcade machines to play, and so we went there. And what time did we get there? Around three or four, and we stayed till 8 or 9 or something.
No, I don't think it was that late.
8, like about 4 hours something.
Yeah,
probably about 3 or 4 hours we stayed, and so $20 a person. It wasn't too bad. You'd probably pay easily that much. Or more to play pinball games at a local arcade or whatever. So anyways, we have this photo that you're seeing here. That's the sign that they had when you walked into the lobby of the Holiday Inn. And then the lobby had this that you could go to. But then we're going to show you the video now. We're going to switch over to that. So here is the video, and we'll kind of talk you through the stuff we saw. So this was just the table they had where you signed up and you got your tickets and whatnot, and these were limited artwork from the event that you could see. And this was the hallway. They were serving different food and beverages and stuff along here, and there were some arcade games along the outside area. If you went to the Sanders moving the screen up, he's like, can't see what the video is. This was a Connect 4 type ping pong ball game. I'll show you a photo of that. And then these were some arcade games out here. Out in the hallway, they said if you stayed at the hotel, you could play any of the games that were in the hallway 24 hours a day throughout the event. Back in the left, in the corner there of the room, it was the Women's Royal Rumble, which was women's only pinball tournament that they had at the event. And you actually, I read a little bit more about that. If you won the women's tournament, you actually got a wrestling belt that you got to take, and plus other prizes from sponsor stuff. And the wrestling belt, you also get invited to come back to Women's Royal Rumble the next year, and you have to bring the belt back with you, and you may lose it the following year. So they didn't have that for the guys, but you saw probably just a little bit ago, this was some food you could eat. A little bit ago you saw the men's tournament area. I'm guessing women could play in it too, but women had their own separate thing. These are the different pinball machines and whatnot that they had. They have multiple rows of them to play, and like I said, all of them were free to play. There was a lot of people. I don't think we expected to have this many machines there and that many people. Like it was pretty neat, and it was actually like surprising to me. I didn't know what to expect, but I didn't expect this many machines. I did read also that if you brought your own pinball machine to the event, then you got free admission. So I don't know how many of these machines were actually brought by just people that have them at their house, and how many were brought by sponsors and some of the different pinball manufacturers and pinball companies there. You could buy some of the machines too, some of them for sale. If you saw one you liked and it had a sign on it, you could buy it. But yeah, I don't know, like if we owned a pinball machine,
I wouldn't want it there.
Yeah, would we want to pack it up and bring it there? I don't know. Like,
unless I was trying to sell it. Like,
yeah. But to try to pack it up and not damage it, and take it to the show, that seems kind of scary to me. But I saw the one guy. Did you see those people who were walking by? They had a big bubble wrap thing. They were wrapping the thing up. So yeah, and there was other vendors, like these guys were selling T-shirts and whatnot. And there was other pinball machines to the left, but there was a lot of people, so I didn't aim the camera at them. Back here where I'm headed now, these boxes, these are a bunch of arcade game manuals. They were $10 to $15 if you needed to buy them. There were two creepy clown heads. I don't know what those are for, but they're for some pinball machine or some type of thing. I'm not exactly sure. But yeah, the manuals $10 to $15, and they included the specifications and all the stuff to break down the arcade machines and fix them if you need to. I kind of never really thought about that, but I guess they need the manuals just like we need a manual for everything else. Maybe nobody reads the manual.
Probably not.
But
that's why they aren't in games anymore.
Exactly. And there was more. This is just more pinball. There was a dealer selling Lee's Parts was selling parts for pinball machines there that you could buy replacement parts and whatnot if you needed them. There were other dealers there selling video game related stuff too, like Nintendo 64 things and NES emulator game systems and stuff. I don't know.
There was Switch games.
There were Switch games, yeah. Pop figures they had. This was one little display of Tecmo Bowl for the NES, and they have the Cleveland Tecmo Bowl tournament that's coming up, I think in October or November. You can, if you want more details, you can search for Tecmo Bowl Cleveland. This here was a dance mat for, I think they had Pump It Up playing up. I think you can maybe use it also with Dance Dance Revolution, and it was all wood, and it looked pretty sturdy, but I think it was $200, $250, something like that. It was. You have to be a hardcore Dance Dance Revolution person to buy that compared to just a plastic mat that you stick on the floor that slides all around and you almost fall on your head every time you play. But
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's part of the excitement of playing, because you might hurt yourself. Yeah. You won't hurt yourself with that. And then these are the arcade games. They kind of had like an arcade game row. They had a few other ones mixed in, but that wasn't a lot of them. And then these screens there were the tournament results and whatnot. So now we can switch back to, we have some photos from the event. So this was the artwork that they created for the event, and you could get a signed copy if you wanted. But it was also, I believe, on the T-shirts that they were selling there also. So, and then this is back to that Connect 4 game that we blasted by while Xander was moving the screen. I couldn't see. So what you did here is this was a Connect 4 game that they have the basket on top, and you throw ping pong balls of two different colors into the basket. So two people play trying to get Connect 4, 4 balls connected diagonally up and down or horizontally. If you guys have played Connect 4, you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. So anyways, yeah, but you actually had to toss it into the basket, and it added a different strategy to Connect 4. It was fun. It was different. It was fun. So anyways, then they had fudge and candy you could buy there at the event. This guy looks thrilled who's selling it, but I think people were buying it. It looked good. We didn't buy any.
No.
We bought popcorn. That's all we had. Yeah, and this is one of the dealer tables with Nintendo 64 controllers and Wii. They're Switch games, but everything else is kind of retro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of retro, they also felt that you could bring vinyl records and CDs to the event and Halloween wrapping papers. I don't know what that is.
It looks like a tablecloth.
Oh, tablecloth? Okay. Halloween's coming up, so, there's those scary clowns again. And they also had some of the pinball machines, like the back board or display. I don't know what it's called. I'm not a pinball expert, but where the score is, where I know I should have looked it up, I didn't. But but this is where the score is on those machines. So if you have those machines and you needed these things, they had them. They were all, they're glass and look kind of fragile, but they just had them sitting there on the floor. And then these are some of the manuals. I had to get Jungle Hunt's manual. I found it when I was flipping through. I had to get that because Xander loves Jungle Hunt and whatnot. Cruising USA was the other manual. And then this was Zaxxon Pole Position and Pole Position 2 manuals. Next up is House of the Dead, which was one of the answers for the trivia question last week that Xander missed about zombies, games, video games. And then inside the manuals, as you can see, they have the information on how to take the gun apart or how to put the different parts of the machine together and what parts you need, like a normal manual. Here's Xander playing Dig Dug at one of the
not very comfortable.
Not very comfortable.
On the
ground well, you're supposed to sit. It's a coffee table type thing. They didn't have chairs.
But they didn't have chairs.
They didn't have chairs, so he kneeled. This company was selling coasters of like all the pinball machines. I think the different pinball machine coasters. These were the trophies from the event that you could win, and some plaques and whatnot. I did look up the prize pool was a guaranteed $1,500 prize pool for the main tournament, and then $750 plus for the classic tournament. And then first place got 25% of the prize pool, but it could have been a bigger prize pool if people, more people played, than they could have been hired and whatnot. And then Jungle King was there, which I have a little tidbit about that too. So we've been talking about Jungle Hunt in the last episode, I think, or the episode before, and
both of them.
And now we're talking about it again. But this is Jungle King, as you'll notice, and I was like, wait a minute, isn't that the same game? But actually, Jungle Hunt is the newer version. It's not really newer; they had to change it. So when Tato brought out Jungle King, it actually had Tarzan in it, and I think it might even made the noise. I'm not going to do it. You can do Tarzan's noise if you want.
No.
You're not going to yell Tarzan like Tarzan? So anyway, everybody knows what he yelled. So anyways, Xander won't do it. But so Jungle King, they had it like that, and then Tato got some legal things, and the stream just said it went offline. I don't know why, but there it's back. Okay, so anyways, they had to change it, so they changed it to have a safari guy with a hat, and he was still saving the girl, but they had to change some of the stuff. They had to change the vines and whatnot to make it so they didn't get in trouble. Another little tidbit about Jungle Hunt is it was published the same year as Moon Patrol, and it was one of the first games to have parallax scrolling. So, look at that. So anyway. Next up this was a golf game that you could, you had to turn this little golf ball to move the guy. This is all mechanical. And then he hit a little steel ball into the targets, and you got points by doing that. And you were supposed to aim at the one that was lit up. I don't know if you can really see it lit up right now. But so it was kind of an interesting classic style game that didn't have much electronics to it besides the lights and some stuff. But not like today with digital boards or anything. And then this game, Ice Cold Beer, we still don't understand what beer has to do with this game. But anyways, what you had to do with this is that steel bar going across the screen, I'm going to call it, but it's not really a screen, it's the bottom of the game. It had one steel ball on it, and you had to push the two joysticks up or down to move the steel bar up and down, and make the ball roll back and forth across the bar and try to get it in the hole that was lit up. So you had to get it up. You can see the number 1 hole is lit up right now, but then you had to get it into number 2, number 3, number 4. A game that is like this in modern day era, if you're looking for it, is I wrote it down and now I can't find it. Where didn't I write it down?
Yeah, I
wrote it down. Where'd it go? Oh, here. Oh, okay, it's right here. It's
right below.
Right in front of me is where it is. So it's Tumbleseed. We've played it. We have it for Steam. In Tumbleseed, you basically are moving this little seed back and forth on a bar, trying to not fall into the holes and get through the levels. It's basically the same game,
but
modernized in a digital format and it's available for Nintendo Switch, PS4, Steam, and Mac OS if you guys are looking for a game like Ice Cold Beer without the beer that has nothing to do with beer, but has something to do with seeds, you would want to look for Tumbleseed. We don't have a picture of that. We only have a picture of ice cold beer with a steel marble for the beer. I don't. Is this like a bar? Is like the beer the steel ball
across the
and you're sliding
bar
the
table?
Beer across the bar table?
Sure. We want that to be it. That's
I don't
what
know.
It is.
I don't know. That's like that game next to it, that fire escape. On the little directions it said the steel ball in parentheses had like person or firefighter or something because the steel ball was that. So you have to use your imagination. It's not like now. It's not like in Fortnite where the guy is a guy. And he's dressed up like an alligator or whatever, or pink teddy bear.
Might be something else.
See, in the past, you had to imagine that the steel ball was a guy in a pink teddy bear outfit. It said that in the instructions. It said steel ball is guy in a pink teddy bear outfit. But see, now you don't have any imagination. You don't have to imagine that. You just see the guy in the pink teddy bear outfit.
It's kind of disappointing.
Back then, the steel ball could be anything you wanted it to be.
Yeah.
If you wanted it to be a guy in a pink bear outfit, it could be that.
Could be.
But now, you can't pretend that the guy in the pink bear outfit is a shark in a green gopher outfit. You can't think of that. You're like he's a guy in a pink bear outfit. He's not a shark in a green gopher outfit. That's not how it works.
Yeah.
All right, anyway. So, this was called Rapid Fire. This was kind of like a steel ball, pinball type machine, Space Invaders. That's right? It's like Space Invaders.
I didn't really see it, so sure.
Oh, okay, he didn't see it. Anyways, you had these things going down the screen, those little orange markings on the screen. The picture's not perfect. But you had these orange things going down, and then you had two controllers at the bottom of the machine, and you fired the steel balls like rapid fire. No pun intended. Like you had a ton of steel balls that you shot all at once, like boom, 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 boom. You guys have that one game that's there's a board game like that. It has steel balls that you shoot. You had that Pokemon one, but what was that other one? I don't know.
We do?
Maybe I'm thinking you do and you don't. Anyways, next up is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. They had this pinball machine. Looking into it more after we got home, we didn't get a chance to play it because there was big lines. I wondered why there was big lines. But now I figured out that it was just like kind of released this year in April. I saw like a info video was released, and it's now just released. So this year it just came out. You can tell based on the LCD screen for the board at the back there, and then there's another 7-inch LCD screen in the actual pinball table that has instructions on what you're supposed to be doing while you're playing the game, and they show movie clips from the Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory movie while you're playing, and so it's definitely one of the more advanced pinball machines
just a little
out there. And then this was the underside of a pinball machine. This guy was working on it. Maybe it was his own that he brought. He's got his phone teetering on the edge there, ready to fall off.
Perfectly safe.
Perfectly safe. This was one of the older pinball machines. We played this for a little bit, and it was kind of interesting because the board that the ball rolls on was a lot less of an angle, so it didn't roll as fast, and it was just a slower machine in general. And then it had the little round circles that you rolled over the ball with that triggered the points. The points racked up on the dial like an old gas pump. It wasn't all digital. It was actually moving, parts that controlled everything. So it was a neat experience to play it because I haven't seen this type of machine at like Dave & Buster's or anywhere like that. Here we are. This is actually Xander playing Fish Tales. It was a fish-based pinball game.
Really? Wow.
I figured that all on my own. All on my own. I figured it out. All by myself. You didn't even tell me.
I thought it was about a shark.
In a river?
Yeah.
With a duck? Nobody gets that joke.
No.
But anyways. And then this is Star Wars Pinball. We actually did play Star Wars Pinball for a while. I crushed it. I got how many million? And you got?
Like 7 million. I got 200,000.
200,000. You suck. That's why. You suck. And then they had the Deadpool pinball machine, which was pretty popular. I wanted to try it, but there was people playing it every time we walked by. So that was fun. And so that ends our Cleveland Pinball and Arcade Show 2019 coverage. But wait! there's more. Next up, we're going to talk about DeathBall. So we got to play DeathBall at the Cleveland Pinball and Arcade Show also. We actually passed by the machine multiple times, and we're like, whatever, it's just a arcade game, with like black and white graphics and some purpley blue color and green thing. And that. Yeah, and we didn't think much of it. But we actually finally, for some reason, I think people walked away and we were right there, so we're like, let's try it. So we played it, and now we'd actually like to play it more.
And we can't.
And we can't. Yeah, so we have some video footage here now we're going to go to of the game so you guys can see what it's like. So basically, it's like a kind of like Joust, if you remember that old arcade game, and soccer or Pong, and there's two wizards. You're either the purple blue wizard or the green wizard, and you're trying to get your ball into your colored thing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
That's the
main
goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like that bubble you can do.
Yeah.
What does that do?
If the ball hits it reacts like your actual characters.
Oh, like bounces it off?
Yeah.
So you can use that bubble to block,
mm-hmm.
or to knock it the other way?
Yeah. And then if it goes in like the bottom or top of the map, it comes out the other side.
Okay, so like kind of like Pac-Man, how you go off the one side and come on the other. Yeah, so we played this for a little while, and until the people pretty much we had to go, had to stop playing because other people wanted to play. But yeah, we played it for a while, and it was a lot of fun. And doing some more research on it and reading about it once we got back home, I ended up finding out that it's only available in certain arcades, and it's only available in certain arcades. This is what the machine looks like in some of the specs. I just, figured I'd show you guys, but you guys don't have to. We're not going to stay on the screen long. You can always pause it, or when on the DVR, you can pause it. But anyways, these are the locations you can play DeathBall at, according to their website now. The closest one to us is in Columbus, Ohio. Mm-hmm. I'm hoping that there's maybe some other locations in Cleveland, but I don't know even how to find that. I tried
just
searching.
Go to random places and say, "Do you have?"
Yeah, do you have it? I don't know if like 16-bit would have it, or I don't know. Dave and Buster's, I don't know if they'll have it or not. It seems very limited, and we basically were like, "Oh, it's cool. Let's go home." And I was like, "Yeah, it'll probably be on Steam or on on Xbox or PlayStation." And I searched, and it's not. It's only in the arcades. And basically, they created this game. This guy was working on it at the Killer Queen tournament in San Francisco at the Barcade Bar and Arcade, which is actually now called the Detour, according to what I found. But he had it there with a laptop and two Xbox controllers, and people were playing it a lot. And they pretty much said, "Hey, if you can get an arcade cabinet of this, we'll put it in this bar." And then it's gone from there into other bars and arcades and there's, I guess, tournaments and stuff based around it. By the way, Killer Queen, if you don't know, is another arcade game that I believe is 5-on-5. They have two machines back-to-back and most of the time, and people play that game too. That's a different game. I'd like to try that too. I don't even know if there's an arcade in Cleveland that has that either. So, but anyways, if you guys are in one of those locations that are on the board there, I recommend going to the place and trying DeathBall. Take one of your friends. I think you'll have a lot of fun, and think of us while you're playing, because we won't be playing. So, anyways, and then next up, we wanted to talk real briefly, and then we're going to go into Pac-Man 256, and we can talk about it more. But basically, tonight we're going to be playing Pac-Man 256 using the Universal Arcade Fight Stick, Universal Arcade Fight Stick
you
F500.
Can fly with that.
You could fly with it if you wanted, but if you had the joust game, the Universal Arcade Fight Stick F500 from Mayflash. Basically, we've had this joystick for a few years now, and we really like it for playing fighting games, and we haven't tried it before with Pac-Man 256 before testing it tonight a little bit. But the arcade stick is designed to work with the PlayStation 4, PS3, the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox One, the Xbox 360, PCs, Android devices, and the Neo Geo Mini. So we're going to move on to Pac-Man 256. I'll tell you a little bit more about it, but I don't think you want to sit here staring at one screen and when you could be watching Xander play Pac-Man 256 and die, you know. So we'll switch to that, and we're gonna load the game, and then we will talk a little more about the arcade stick, and then we will get into the in-game trivia challenge.
Oh no!
All right, here we go. We're going to the game. So yeah, the arcade stick, I will warn you that it may or may not be tournament legal. So why I say that is you have to plug one of your controllers in via USB from your PlayStation 4 or your Xbox One to make it work with those systems. So tournaments may or may not be like, hey, you know, what are you doing? Are you modding the thing and adding turbo buttons or all sorts of other things? I did read, hackers basically. I did read that people said that most local tournaments would still let you do it, but the cool thing about the joystick is that it is compatible with all those systems. So, you know, I don't know if you've looked into arcade sticks. They're not cheap, is first of all. This arcade stick is about $80 to $90. This one. I forget the exact price again. We looked it up, and then I kind of forgot. But
I thought you said around 90.
Yeah, I'll look it up real quick. If I can type sideways. Oh, it's right here because I looked before. It's $86 right now. $86 and a penny on Amazon.com. We'll link to it in the description.
Oh, I would have bought it if it was only 86, but that extra penny.
Yeah, the extra penny is pushed me over the edge, man. So anyway, yeah. But the cool thing about it too is the controller is that it works with all the systems. You don't have to buy, if you have looked into arcade sticks before, there's a lot of them are compatible with PlayStation or the Xbox, but not both. So if you have an Xbox and a PlayStation, you can't play it with your Xbox, and you're spending all this money, and you can only play it with one system. Now, I will say that a lot of fighting games, if you're going to play fighting games, are on the PlayStation 4. But there are games like Killer Instinct and stuff that are only on the Xbox. So having this type of controller where you can play it with both is nice. Especially if you're going to play it at home and you're not worried about tournaments, then I totally recommend this controller. It's heavy and stable when you're playing on your lap, or if you're playing on the desk. It's definitely got some weight to it. It does use, it doesn't have with it, it's just their Mayflash buttons and joysticks. But you can swap those out with Sanwa Denshi buttons and joysticks. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but anyways, it's SANWADENSHI. You can switch it out with those, so you can add different color buttons, different color joysticks, different style of joysticks. And then also there's I don't know if you noticed in the picture, there was a shiny area. That's actually like a plexiglass.
How am I still alive?
That's a plexiglass layer that you can take off, and you can actually print out. They have on Mayflash's website a template for the controller layout, so you can actually print out. I've seen people print out things for like Darkstalkers themed fighting games, or Street Fighter fighting games, or Tekken fighting games, or all sorts of other things. You can put whatever you want in there. If you want to put a guy dressed or shark dressed up in a green gopher outfit, you could do that in a river with a duck. You could do that on this controller if you wanted to. So yeah, you take the plexiglass thing off, you print out what you want, you change out the buttons to different colors.
No!
To, like if you're going to have a shark in a green gopher suit, you'd probably want green buttons and maybe a blue joystick or something, or blue and green buttons. Something like that to match the shark and the gopher outfit. Oh, I forgot to switch to the game. So I've been talking, and Xander's been playing and making noise, but you haven't been seeing it. So sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oopsies.
Nice. So that save where I almost died and saved myself.
Yeah, sure
you didn't get on.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. They didn't see anything. Nobody saw anything. I forgot to switch it. This is what live streaming is like. I'm sorry. We are live. Technical difficulties. The technical difficulty was I forgot to push the button. That was the technical difficulty. Anyways, I was too busy talking about the controller. This is neat. By the way, we are not sponsored by Mayflash. We are not getting any money from Mayflash for this. We just like the controllers, think they're a good value. Now, if you would use the link from the Amazon link in the description, we will get a little bit of kickback for that if you buy the controller through the link that's in the YouTube description. But we have nothing to do with Mayflash, and, you know, we're not getting any kickback or anything like that. Mayflash could care less about us. So, anyways, we did play with this controller, Cuphead the one night, too, on the Xbox, and that was cool. That gave it really the arcade feel, playing with the big buttons and the joystick. We still died every other, you know, 5 minutes or 2 minutes or whatever, like you do in Cuphead. Yeah, like you do in Cuphead. But it was fun playing it, so we had a good time with Cuphead. We're playing it with Pac-Man 256, and it's working fine. We play with fighting games, all sorts of things. So, anyways, that's about all I have for the Universal Arcade Stick F500 from Mayflash. That's all I have for you. So, anyway. Alright, so, Xander, you ready for some questions?
No.
You ready for... You always wear these headphones. Do you even hear what I'm asking?
Yeah.
You can't even hear what I'm saying. I'm just talking over here, and you can't hear anything. You're just like,
you're loud enough.
I'm loud enough? I'm loud. Sorry. We probably need to work on the sound stabilization thing to get you louder and me quieter. Oh, by the way, I do want to say this. We apologize for the last episode that the sound, especially in Sonic, was like crazy loud. We didn't realize that. I hope this is sounding better. I probably should check in on that. But the last episode we ended up where we didn't realize Sonic was that loud until after the episode was over. So you probably didn't even hear the whale trivia and the or if you did, you were like, I can't totally understand what the answers are. So we apologize for the sound. I think we got it fixed this time. What's wrong?
That's what I think it is.
It's very colorful.
I chose like shuffle or something, and from that picture it looks like it's like all the different ones combined or something. I don't know.
I haven't seen this level before. There are different levels in Pac-Man 256, like, you know, themes that you can play. By the way, this is made by the guys that made Crossy Road, so there is a Crossy Road theme. You can even be if we play two-player in a little bit, you can actually play as the chicken from Crossy Road. There's other levels and themes and to choose from if you get bored with the same standard 256 one. Yeah, but the... Oh, and then also what I wanted to apologize, another thing before last episode, besides the sound being too loud and you may not be able to hear us, is...
oh, it just does a different map every time.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool. So everybody can see all the different maps, and we can be confused on what's a ghost and not. Now the ladybugs are ghosts. Yeah. They're not friendly.
No, they're not.
So the other thing we want to apologize for is during the trivia questions about the vegetables, we... identified corn and I think tomato, depending on who you are and what theory you have on tomatoes, as a vegetable when they're not. Corn is a starch, if I'm not mistaken. You also said potatoes, which are starches, not vegetables. I still believe if the thing grows on a plant and we eat it, it's a vegetable. But I guess it's not, because fruits are like, okay, it's either a vegetable or a fruit. I don't know where these starch things came from. Kids, if you're in school, don't listen to me. You're going to fail. So anyway.
Oh, great.
But anyways, potato and corn, I believe, are starches, not vegetables, not fruits. And then tomatoes, what has your school been telling you on the tomato theory? Have you
They don't talk about
we don't talk about tomatoes.
No.
They don't exist according to us. We don't know the answer if they're a fruit or a vegetable, so we're just not going to talk about them.
Yeah.
All right,
basically.
Well that's a thing. You know, that works. So, all right. So here we go. The in-game trivia challenge. Xander, are you ready?
No.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me. All right, here we go. Question number 1. What year was it when Pac-Man, the arcade game, not this one,
I'm dead.
Oh, boy.
Okay, what?
All right. What year? No, now you're not playing again. Every time. You did this on purpose. So you can concentrate. You're not supposed to concentrate.
No.
Every time. Get back
All right.
to the game.
There's
now he's a chicken. Now he's a chicken. All right, that works out great for this somehow. All right, so anyways, what year was it when Pac-Man, the arcade game, was released? Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, debuted in theaters. The Rubik's Cube was revealed at the International Toy Fair, and the Bloom County Villanopus comic strip had made its first appearance in newspapers. What year was that? Come on. I didn't know this answer. I mean, I knew a round. Give me a round.
19 something.
19 something. 1902? Is that what you're saying? 1902.
No. Like 1986.
86 is your final answer?
Sure.
You should have just said 80 and left it at that, because it was 1980. You were close, though. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that you were semi-close.
Somewhat.
Sort of. Not really.
Not
sort of.
really.
So 1980 was when Empire Strikes Back came out in theaters. The Rubik's Cube was revealed at the International Toy Fair. Bloom County comic strip in newspapers, Villanopus. Do you guys know what newspapers are?
What's a newspaper?
Does anybody read the funny pages anymore in the newspaper? Do you know the funny? Have you ever read the funny pages in the newspaper?
I've never read a newspaper.
Have you ever seen the funny pages in the newspaper?
Maybe.
This weekend I need to go buy the newspaper so you can read the funny pages in the newspaper. You've never read a comic strip in the newspaper? I mean,
I have never
read
anything.
Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah.
You know Calvin and Hobbes used to be in a newspaper, right?
No.
In the funny pages. What do you mean, no?
No.
Where do you just think those get printed into a graphic novel and that's how you read them?
Yeah.
No, every single one of those you read in Calvin and Hobbes were originally in the newspaper, either a daily strip or a Sunday strip. In the newspaper. The thing you read that you bought, it was made out of paper like this. And you opened it, and you got ink on your hands. And then you used silly putty to you put it on the paper, and then you peel it off, and then you had Calvin on your silly putty, and then you stretched Calvin out to look silly.
Wow.
Do you understand that? See, silly putty doesn't even work anymore because you can't stick silly putty on your monitor screen.
Well, you can.
Well, you can, but I don't recommend it. But you can't stick silly putty on the monitor screen and then peel it off and get the picture off the computer screen and then, stretch it out and everything. They need to make... There you go. I got something. I'm not going to do it. I don't have the ability to do it at time. If somebody can come up with silly putty that works with computer screens, they're going to be rich. I'm just saying. If you could take silly putty and stick it on your iPad screen on the comic you're reading of Calvin and Hobbes that you downloaded from Amazon, the store. If you could...
Amazon the store.
Amazon the store. If you... What's the book ebook store? Whatever. So you download Calvin and Hobbes from the ebook store on Amazon, the store. And you have it on your iPad, and then you stick silly putty on the iPad, and somehow, through the magic of technology, the picture from the iPad goes on the silly putty, and then you can stretch the picture out and make the picture of a shark in a gopher outfit more silly. You can do that. Like silly putty, they still sell silly putty, but I don't know who's actually using it. Kids probably get it and go, oh, I can make it into a ball that bounces. Great. Have you ever done silly putty?
I think so.
Okay. Well, that's good. All right. Next up, sorry, we got off on a tangent. Horrible tangent. Anyway, next up on the questions. We're back to questions. All right, you ready? You're not dead. Right?
I haven't dead yet.
All right, here we go. You ready? What are the names of the ghosts in Pac-Man?
Inky, Blinky, Clyde, and something.
So the red one is what?
Oh,
you don't know the colors, do you? You just know the names. The red one would be... Yes.
Well, I'm going at the pink one's Pinky.
The pink one is Pinky. Ding, ding, ding. That's right. All right, you got the pink one.
Yes.
All right, the blue one is what?
Blinky.
No. What? If you're writing with a pen...
Inky.
It would be blue and inky. And then the red one is what?
The blue one? Or
no, the red one. Oh. The other blue one. The red one. The other red one. You got Pinky was the pink one. The blue one's Inky. You still need the orange one and the red one. Who's the orange one?
Is it Clyde? Is that even one of them?
You said Clyde. Yeah, Clyde was right.
Clyde is orange?
I didn't say Clyde was orange. I said Clyde was one of the
Clyde
names.
is red then.
No, I didn't say Clyde was red either. I said Clyde was one of the names. Which one do you want?
Clyde is orange.
Look, there's Inky.
Clyde's orange and Blinky's red.
There you ding ding ding. All right, so Blinky's red, Pinky's orange. No, Pinky's not orange. You got me messed up. Blinky is red, Pinky is pink. That makes sense. Inky is blue and Clyde is orange. By the way, the red one, Blinky, his personality is shadow. He's very shadowy.
Okay.
I looked it up. And then Pinky, his personality is speedy. He's speedy, and he's also kind of like wants to attack you as soon as he sees you.
Yeah.
You just laser blasted him. So,
Yeah, he's after me. All right.
And then Inky, the blue guy, is bashful. He'll like, does he run away from you? We'd have to watch what color. What about that guy that's like multicolor right there?
He's everybody.
RGB.
I just ran into
What's
one.
his name? His name's Blinky, Pinky, Inky, Clyde. That's his name.
Yeah.
So, and then Clyde's personality is Pokey. Not the Gumby horse. But he was orange also. You know what I'm talking about again?
No.
Anyways, look up Gumby and Pokey. Claymation stuff. Alright. Anyways, we're going to get on a tangent. So, number 3. Question number 3. Are you alive? You are alive. Very good. How much money did Pac-Man, the arcade game, make in the first 15 months after being released in the United States? Now, this is multiple choice. Are you ready?
Oh, okay.
So,
good.
how much did it make in the first 15 months after being released? Now, remember that this was people putting quarters, 25 cents, into the machine. That's how much the game cost. In the first...
I died.
All right, that's fine. So the first year, first 15 months that it was out, people put 25 cents to play into the machine. How much money did it make? Okay. Did it make A, $1 million, B, $500,000, C, $1 billion, D, $500 million? So once again, A is 1 million, B is 500,000, C is 1 billion, D is 500 million. What do you think? Or you don't have to give me the letter, just tell me which number. So 25 cents a pop for 15 months, and I believe there was, I'll give you a little bit extra, little tidbit, I got info here to help you out. So Namco Bandai, which was actually just Namco I think back then, but the Namco Bandai, why am I having... They sold 100,000 arcade units in the first 15 months. That's how many they sold to arcades to have in arcades. So, did they make $1 million? $500,000?
Wait, 100,000 arcade.
They sold 100,000 arcade units in the first 15 months to arcades. The Pac-Man in 1980, first 15 months, from 1980 to 1981, they sold 100,000 arcade units. And people were popping quarters in like candy into the thing.
Pac-Man is still, you know, a thing now, so I'm gonna go with 500 million.
500 million?
It had to be somewhat popular for it to still be around now.
Yeah. Nope, you would be wrong. They made $1 billion in quarters in the first 15 months that the machine was in the air. It was back when it came out. It was everywhere. And, like, everybody wanted to play it. Like, everybody. It was like Fortnite.
It was Fortnite.
It was Fortnite. But in reality, it's exactly Fortnite. Because didn't Fortnite make $2 or $3 billion in the year or last year or something like that? Huh?
Yeah, it was a lot.
Well, with inflation, I did these little numbers. With inflation, in 2019, if I did the stuff right, it looks like it's lagging a little. We're not sure why again, but anyways. Well, that's probably us. But, with inflation, it would be equal to $3 billion in 2019.
Are they even understanding what you're saying? Because it's like...
I don't know. We're sorry, guys, if this is all laggy and glitchy again. We think it's working. We're trying to make this work. This is, you know... Yeah, they can hear me. So, they can hear me. We're sorry if it's lagging a little bit, guys, again, and we are still trying to work through all the bugs in this show format and streaming and all that, but hopefully you guys are enjoying our trivia and me asking Xander dumb questions. So, anyways, up next.
No, why did... It just went up when I went down.
There you go. Oh, that arcade stick sucks. I wouldn't recommend that at all.
Yeah. Terrible.
I don't know who would tell somebody to buy that.
I don't know.
You know, I'm like off-centered tonight on the thing. I don't know if you pushed me over or something. I don't know, I'm probably going the wrong way. Yes, am I in the camera right now? All right, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so next up. What was... Oh, I'm sorry. That was... Yeah, next question. Question number 4. You died again.
I'm dead.
I'll ask you anyway. What was the original name of the Pac-Man arcade game? What was the original name? Okay, so A... Answer A. So instead of... It was originally not called Pac-Man. It was originally going to be called something else in the U.S. The original name was Maze Man. Pac-Man. I guess I shouldn't have said that because now... Well, maybe it was. Maybe the original name was Pac-Man and I'm tricking you. Maybe. But anyways, Maze Man, Pac-Man, Puck-Man, or Muncher. What do you think?
Well, I was gonna say Maze Man does not sound like the name, but then you gave me the other options, and I kind of feel like it was that.
So, Maze Man, Pac-Man, Puck-Man, or Muncher? What do you think? What was the original name? They changed it.
Muncher.
Muncher?
It
That's what you're
sounds.
going with?
It sounds like the best name.
So I had a better name than all these last year. I made that name up. I made that up. I made up Maze Man also. That you liked better than the others. It was gonna be called Puck-Man, but the arcade owners worried that those
Puck-Man?
Yeah, it was gonna be called Puck-Man, and the arcade owners were worried that vandals, those troublesome kids, were gonna come in and vandalize the machine and make it have a different 4-letter word that wouldn't have been very good. If you're a young kid listening to the show, don't worry about it, or ask your mom and dad, or whatever. So anyways, but it was going to be a different 4-letter word, and it was going to, potentially cause problems in the arcade when people walk by and they had swear words on the side of the machine. All right, next up, another question. Question number 5. You're playing the game right now. What year was Pac-Man 256 released?
2015.
Did you see that somewhere? You cheated.
Yeah, I did.
There's some copywriters up in there.
No, I saw it when I was going into the game on Steam. It's like published 2015.
You cheated. August.
Or no, it was on YouTube.
Yeah,
you setting the game.
Cheater. August 20th, 2015 for the iOS and the Android, and June 21st, 2016 for Windows, Mac OS, Linux, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. So it's been out for a few years. We're playing an old game. Nobody's watching us, but anyways, we're having fun. Yeah. All right. Next up, you like the Ghost Clyde, right? Which one is it?
The orange one.
The orange one. Yeah, he's orange. In what movie in 2012 did Clyde the Ghost attend a bad anon meeting support group for bad guys? What movie did he
Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
All right. Yes. Ding, ding, ding. You got that one right. Oh, that was quick. All right. Next question. In what 2015 movie did Pac-Man make an appearance? 2015 movie. Well, don't say Wreck-It Ralph because that was 2012. Don't say Ralph Wrecks the Internet because that was just last year.
I think I know what it is, but I don't remember what it's called.
Well, what is it about?
It's that video game movie. I don't know what it's called.
You don't remember what it was called?
No.
It was Was it called something like that's related to video games, like things that are like little blocks that like that, those kind of.
Oh, Pixels. Yeah, okay.
It was called Pixels. Yeah, Pixels. I think Adam Sandler was in that movie. Anyway. Yeah, so Pixels was the movie that was in 2015 that Pac-Man made an appearance in. All right, back to the pinball and arcade game related things. Okay, pinball machines. Question number 8. I only have 10 questions, so then after that, I guess I'll play a little 2-player, and then we will call it a night. How long have we been doing this for, anyways?
I don't know.
It takes us 6 hours to get started, so we're probably been doing this. Anyways, next up, how many themed pinball machines? How many Pac-Man themed pinball machines were released? So, how many pinball machines had Pac-Man as their theme? I looked this up. I hope it's right, based on what I looked up. So how many? So Pac-Man was in the arcades, and Pac-Man's really popular as a video game machine. But how many pinball machines were made with the Pac-Man theme?
2.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
All right, you got that right. Did you know that? You didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
So yeah, 2. Baby Pac-Man was released in 1982. That was the game that was a pinball machine and the Pac-Man arcade machine, and you would actually
I knew that one.
Yeah, you'd go out the bottom of the maze, and then it would go into the pinball machine, and then you play pinball, and then when you shot it back through the upper area openings, it would go back into the arcade machine. I liked that game a lot. That was fun to play. And then the other game that was Pac-Man related that I found was Mr. and Mrs. Pac-Man Pinball. That was in 1982 also. That was a Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man. Well, Mrs. Pac-Man. Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man pinball related thing.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Oh, you died. You died. I gotta wait. This one's gonna be harder for you, I think. Are you ready? This is kind of like the vegetable question or the whale question. You're gonna like it. So you're gonna cheat. There's a little bit of cheating involved. I know there is. All right, you ready?
Strawberry.
Yeah, you ready? So, what are the 8 different special items that appear and you can eat in Pac-Man for bonus points? So
strawberry, cherry,
all right.
Orange.
All right. Are you just looking at them on the screen as it goes
apple.
by? You cheater. You're a cheater. I didn't know they were in this game like every 2 seconds. Cherry, what'd you say? Cherry, strawberry, orange, apple.
Yeah.
You got 4 more to go. I should have put you on the timer.
I feel like there's like some like pastry, like a
Pastry.
a cake or something.
Pastry.
Froyo. I think there's Froyo in there.
Yeah.
Froyo didn't even exist probably in 1980.
Was there an ice cream cone though?
No, there was not.
No. That must be a different one. Oh, this one has hearts and stuff instead, so I can cheat.
Yeah. Uh-huh. So you got cherry, strawberry, orange, apple. Then you got the last 4 are harder. I know the one you're probably never gonna get.
Is there like a kiwi or something?
I'll maybe give you that. It's a melon. They call it
Melon?
melon. It's like a green melon, I think. I think it's green. I don't know. I'm not sure what color it is. All right. And then there's 3 more.
Are they all like fruits or vegetables?
Nope. The next 3 are not fruits at all.
Is there like a... I'm probably mixing games. Is there like keys or something?
Yeah, you're right. There is a key. You got 2 left. There's 2 more. There's keys. That's the highest level thing. Is like a key. Oh, so the dog's trying to. The dog's trying to get under my desk again.
I feel like there's like a doorbell or something.
Doorbell.
Too. I don't know.
No,
like a bell.
There is a bell. There's a bell. How are you getting these?
I don't know.
All right, so
and I need one more.
Cherry, strawberry, orange, apple, melon, bell, key, and the last thing, which crazy. It'll be crazy if you come up with this one out of nowhere.
A door to go with your keys and your bell.
No, you're wrong.
It's
kind of hard to type with this arcade stick here. I'll show you what it is. You give up?
I think I'm gonna have to.
You're.
I haven't played
like,
Pac-Man.
You're gonna be like. You're gonna be like, what? The Galaxian boss.
Oh yeah.
Have you played Galaxian before? It's a game kind of like
No,
Galaga and like Space Invaders kind of.
I haven't played that.
You shoot up the screen. That's
I've seen that before though in the game, but
yeah.
I wouldn't have got that.
All right, last question for you. Are you ready? Last question of the night. What was the original name of the Pac-Man arcade game sequel? So the second game that was going to come out, what was the original name? Was it going to be called Pac-Man 2?
And what was that actually? Miss Pac-Man? Or...
Yes, it was Miss Pac-Man. I'll give you some more details. It was originally a modification kit for the original Pac-Man game but was eventually released as Miss Pac-Man in 1982 after a legal dispute with Atari. Because they had to change the name because Atari and stuff, they had some legal dispute. I didn't read in all the details, but basically they had to change the name, and they decided on Miss Pac-Man. But this is the original name. What was the original name going to be for the sequel of Pac-Man? Was it going to be Pac-Man 2, Crazy Otto, More Dots, or Revenge of the Ghosts? Pac-Man 2, Crazy Otto, More Dots, Revenge of the Ghosts.
Pac-Man 2.
That's what you're going?
It seems too basic.
Otis, I can't. Our dog's name's Otis, and he wants to get under the desk where I'm sitting, I guess, so he's barking, so sorry if you're hearing a dog in the background. Anyways, what do you want?
Pac-Man 2 seems too basic,
Okay,
but
so-
the other ones are terrible names,
terrible
just like before. I feel like it's gonna be like More Dots or something. Like, I don't know.
Alright, so what are you choosing?
None of the above.
None of the above, none of the above.
Miss Pac-Man.
Miss Pac-Man. Alright, so the original name for Pac-Man's arcade sequel was going to be called Crazy Otto.
Why?
I don't know where that came up. I have no idea. I have no idea why it was going to be called Crazy Otto, but that's what they were calling the sequel. Crazy Otto.
Are we trying 2-player now?
Yeah, come on, go in there, Otis. Okay, now the dog is under. He's happy. He's not barking, I don't think. All right. Yeah, I have one other thing to mention real quick when I was doing some of this research. Level 256 in the original Pac-Man game had a glitch that basically the game, when you got to level 256, I don't know, people did, and that's kind of crazy, but anyways, but at level 256, the left side of the maze would get all garbled with code and stuff and get all messed up because the game basically couldn't handle more. It wasn't coded to go that high. So when it got to level 256, the game got all messed up. And basically it was, a bug in the way in the counter and the way it worked with the levels.
So is that glitch that's at the bottom?
Yeah, that's the glitch at the bottom. That's why I thought it. That's why this game that we're playing now is named Pac-Man 256, and why there's a glitch at the bottom is because that. So yeah, I didn't realize that, but that's why where that came from. Now it makes sense. All right, here we go. We're going into 2-player for a little bit, and then we're gonna have to, I guess, call it a night. All right, so here we go. We're both going at the same time. I believe we can save each other. Is that what happens if we die? And Xander has a tendency to go really fast sometimes, and then I try to get more dots, and then the glitch is trying to get me. And
well, you get a streak.
I got killed.
You get a streak if you go in a row with the dots.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Okay.
I just try and stay in a...
Hey, come get me.
Oh, that's you?
I think. Yeah, you got.
I thought that was one of those jumbo.
It's my reboot key.
Your reboot card?
Yeah, my reboot card.
Is it gonna be like Fortnite and you're dead in 2 seconds?
Yeah.
I'm dead this time.
Now you're dead. It's I'm hoping I can rev you.
That's me.
There's a reboot card.
Jumbo chicken.
Jumbo rebooted chicken. And you collect these coins, and then you can use the coins to buy power-ups and enhance your enhance the power-ups. Did you do anything while you were playing? I wasn't.
Yeah.
I was asking a trivia question.
Yeah, and I bought a couple other things.
Changed to different things. I don't know what's this tornado do. Just go around.
It just goes around and kills everything.
I'm stuck. I got lost in the tornado.
I had a challenge. We have a challenge that we have to take out ghosts with the tornado, so I put that on.
Oh, okay. And once again, we're both using the Mayflash F500 control, arcade stick right now, and it makes it feel like we're at the arcade. If only this was DeathBall. And there's a power pellet meter at the top of the screen, so as the guys are blue ghosts, it starts counting down. I wish the original Pac-Man game had that, because you'd always end up running into the guy thinking you were
well, I still do, even though...
But you actually know... you actually know how long it's going to last in this game. When you're a giant Pac-Man, you can eat the guys too, or squish them. I guess you don't eat them, squish them.
Basically, whenever you have a power-up, you can. I'm dead.
But what's the tornado do? Does the tornado...
It just goes around and takes
so
everybody
it doesn't officially... Are you going to run down here so I can get you? I got you, and I'm going to die.
I'll get that bomb.
I died. Oh boy.
Chicken's too slow.
Where's my reboot card? Alright, I'm in the doorway.
It's a great spot. I'm dead. Oh no, I'm still alive.
Alright, we're still making it. Alright, there we go. How far can we get? The DreamStation.cc live Pac-Man 256 challenge. Send in your screenshots if you and your friend get higher than Xander.
Oh no! The thing still ran out right when I got it.
Well, yeah, it's not like you actually pay attention to the thing.
That's me.
That's wrong. Where's you?
Right there.
Well, yeah, sure. Okay. Gotcha.
Yes.
Oh, we got this card out here. Look at this going.
Yum, 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 yum.
Look at
There's a jumbo right there, too, or something.
that.
Or not.
Maybe you gotta wait till the other thing runs out. I think maybe you do.
Maybe. Oh, geez. Pinky is very fast.
Yeah, he's the, what was he in my little description thing? Yeah,
The aggressive one.
Yeah, I ate that and
I'm right there.
I see that. I ate that when it was,
I just spawned on the go.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh, is that
No,
gonna be
Pinky's
me?
coming.
Pinky's on me. Now this isn't fair. That's cheating. The ghosts are cheating.
Pinky's camping.
The ghosts are cheating.
We should have been dead like 5 times by now.
Yeah, wait. We're still making it. Yeah, if you and your friend want to play the game and send us a message on Twitter or Facebook or post on our Reddit, we'd love to see a screenshot of you guys getting higher than us in the high scores. We don't really have anything to give you besides we'll mention you. We'll mention you in the next stream, and people will know your name worldwide.
As the Pac-Man Pro.
As the people who beat Maxer 31 and CNC 137 score in 2-player Pac-Man. Uh-oh.
What the heck? What the heck? What?
How did you pull that off? Oh man, and you walked right by me. How did you pull that off?
I don't know. I just went back and forth until I survived.
I don't know.
I don't know what happened.
It must be the control stick.
Sure. Yeah, if you want it to be.
I shouldn't say that.
No, now we're dead.
You never say that.
We're dead.
I just said it. You never say
Ah,
it.
yep, there I go.
You never say like, oh, we're doing very good.
Why did you say
I
that?
don't know. I'm stupid.
Get the power pellet.
I'm working at it. You never say that. You never say, oh,
I'm right there.
you're gonna beat the level. You never say that. When somebody's playing a game and you're watching them, you never say, I think you're gonna do it. You never say that.
No, why did you say that?
Never.
That was the worst thing.
Dude, wait,
you
what
could've-
the bomb? What happens with the bomb? We run in.
Boom!
Oh, okay, they blow up. Yeah, but then that's our only shot, right? Oh, unless you have another one.
Yeah, boom!
Oh boy, there's Pink. I'm gonna go get this coin. Probably
I'm getting
giant.
giant!
Kind of a bad idea because the glitch. You're getting too far ahead, so then the glitch is coming at me. Oh boy. Oh boy.
There's the end, folks.
Ah, 25,559.
Oh, wait. Oh.
No. We both got excited. No, wait, there's more. All right, one more time. One more time.
Sure.
I don't know how long this episode is.
You can see.
We can. Long. That's what it is.
An hour.
Hour-ish.
Ish.
No,
Yeah.
we're not too bad. All right. We're going back in. Xander is the other Pac-Man, just to confuse me, instead of a chicken.
Why are you just... Oh.
That's you!
Oh,
He confused himself!
Oh.
Why are you not moving? Oh, wait, I'm not moving.
I was like going along every way I was moving. You were moving. I'm like, oh, we're doing good here.
Why aren't you moving?
Oops.
Man, I keep going the wrong way. Hey, you stop.
What?
Wait, you stop. Okay, you're going. I stop. Okay. You're confusing me.
I'm the one with the yellow trail. You're the one with the green.
I'm old-fashioned. I'm the old Pac-Man. Oh boy, the glitch is getting me. Some people called that 256 level the kill screen.
I'm dead. You're on your own.
The stuff I read about that, they said that
I'm back.
you couldn't beat that level because not all the dots appear because the glitch is there, so you can't beat it. But some people said if you had enough extra lives, or if you could continue, then you could actually eat enough of the screen to beat it, to beat the glitch level, and then it flips back to slower, and everything I think is working again if you get by that one level. But you have to be able to continue to get by the glitch, because there's not enough dots to eat, because you got to eat all the power pellets to get past that glitch, and you can't with the glitch there, because there's stuff's not actually there to eat. My thing's way down here. Right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe.
I think it shows up again.
Oh yeah, there it is. So what do we have? 25,559.
Yeah.
It's not looking good for us. I'll have that again.
No, this one's not.
Did I get you? Or did I die?
You died.
I was looking at you. Why aren't you the chicken?
I don't know. It switched.
It'd be so much easier if you were the chicken.
It switched it. I don't know what it did.
It'd be so much easier. Maybe you can't play the chicken on the flat level.
Maybe.
Although we're playing these on the flat level. So I still feel like I'm controlling you and you're controlling me. Oh man, I'm trapped. Oh boy.
Tornado!
Oh, there we go, that worked. Oh, but the glitch was gonna get me.
Another tornado. Or the same tornado again or something.
Yeah, so this game is available for tablets and your iPhone and stuff like that, but...
Is it free?
I don't know. I didn't look that up. But like the 2-player stuff, I don't know if that's on. That can't be on unless you can play, like, connected somehow.
Yeah.
I don't think that's available. This game's definitely better with the arcade stick or like an Xbox controller or PlayStation controller compared to trying to swipe to move, you know, like you do on I'm like dodging the blue ghost and thinking they're gonna kill me. Oh, and it did kill me right when Pinky. What's the purple guy for?
Purple guy.
Purpley.
I'm not gonna be able to get you.
Thanks. They're in an even more
inconvenient spot than before.
An even worse spot than before.
There we go.
And now I'm gonna die probably as soon as I start going.
You're invulnerable when you first.
Oh, okay, good, because I was gonna die and I went right through that guy. How do you know you're invulnerable? Is it
you're like flashing.
Okay. I wonder if they put in this game somewhere where you can pass through the ghost when you're not invincible, because in Pac-Man there was a couple spots in the game.
There's a ghost power-up.
Oh, is there? Oh, okay. But yeah, there in the original Pac-Man there was a couple spots on the board where you could, if you timed it right, you could go right through the ghost. Your uncle did that a few times. Because if you guys don't know, Z36 Rusty, who is on DreamStation and on the website and stuff, he was incredibly good at Pac-Man. He flipped it and playing the game. I don't know if he ever got to level 256, but I'd have to ask him. But he definitely was really good at the game and way better than I was. I was happy if I got to the first cutscene when I was little. He would bypass that easily.
I'm dead. There's a lot of ghosts right here.
That's not good. I wanted to get that.
You can loop back around and get it.
Yeah. I'll pick you up on the way by. This is a pretty neat game. I mean, we really didn't play it.
Nah.
We got it, but actually, I like it.
Back again. Round 500.
We're still only halfway to our last score.
I know. How did we do so well last time?
I have no idea. It feels like we've been going a lot longer. Oh boy,
I
I
don't
came over by you like a dope. And
yeah, somehow I'm still alive.
you are still alive? Oh, that's you. I thought
me.
I thought that was me.
Now you're back.
Now I'm back in a big, so I can see that you're not allowed to play Pac-Man.
Yeah, I should
You need to be that bulldozer or the chicken. We like crossed paths, and then all of a sudden I just followed you. Instead of me, I was like, oh, I'll just go this way. It seemed like the controller was going the exact way I was pushing.
Yeah, that's what was happening with me earlier. I was like, oh.
What is this game like? Because you can play 4 players.
Oh my
god.
god.
What is it like with 4 players?
4 Pac-Man.
Yeah, what is all of Pac-Man? Yeah, I don't know if you do. You have to pick a different guy, don't you?
I'm hoping.
We just passed through each other again, and I got confused. Hey, it's late. I'm tired. I got half a headache.
So if we're having a competition.
Hey, 37. It says there, kind of 1 and 17, kind of like my numbers. Nobody cares. Anyways, I do.
So if we're having a competition. I just have to be Pac-Man and run through you.
Yeah, exactly.
And
then I get lost. Oh, weird.
You're invulnerable. Go.
Oh, ah! Game over. All right, so I guess we should finish this show out and end it on that note. If that was a good or bad note, I don't know what it was, but anyways, yeah, this is where you go and you can power up with your coins you have up in the right-hand corner. I see Xander used some of our coins, but we got more coins. I had like 1,500 coins.
Yeah, I got this to level 7.
So. So anyways, we appreciate all you guys watching the show, and if you made it this far, we really appreciate you. If you can like this video, give us a thumbs up on Facebook once it becomes in DVR format. Right now it's streaming. I don't know, maybe that carries over. Like it now, then like it again. Watch it now, watch it again. We don't even know if anybody's watching right now. Nobody's in the chat, so I just looked at the chat now as we are leaving.
Oh my god! Good thing I was looking at it.
We would have noticed. We would have noticed. I wouldn't have noticed. Anyways,
I was looking, but you
be sure also to check us out on Reddit.
That's why I kept going back.
And on Twitter and on Facebook, search for DreamStation.cc or DreamStationcc. Look for it in the show notes for the links. We also had them on the screens, like the thank you screen that'll show up here in a second or two, and other places. But we'd really appreciate it if you spread the word about the show, and if you like us, and if you tell your friends to check out the show. We're going to try to keep doing this with the trivia, if we can, come up with questions every week, playing games and covering some news or some topics that maybe you haven't seen before. We're trying to make this a little different than some of the other shows. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it. And until next time, I guess we'll say farewell. Thanks for watching.
Bye.